Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Redmen TV and your latest episode of Transfer Insight. My name is Dan Claw. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Italian journalist Daniele Fisichella. Daniele, my friend, how are you? Okay.
Hi, I'm great. Thank you.
Top
Thanks.
man. Thanks so much for joining me. Really, really appreciate it. We are, of course, here to speak about Liverpool's latest Italian addition to the squad, following the footsteps of Federico Chiesa, Alberto Aquilani, Mario Balotelli, etc., etc. Giovanni Leoni. He's basically in Liverpool now, we believe, or more or less in Liverpool by this point. Travelled from Parma earlier on today. Liverpool have agreed a fee. The deal is imminent. I think it's fair. Daniele, first, I want to ask you, still 18, only played, 17 Serie A games of football, but your sort of initial impressions of this young, very talented Italian defender.
A defender that has caught the eyes last season, in the latest stage of the season in Serie A, with reasons. And, the performance and numbers don't lie. An imposing figure, very tall, high, strongly built, and also very strong physical in terms of being able to hold off challenges against center forwards, even more experienced than him. Quick, a good striker of the ball, a good passer of the ball, and one of those defenders that are extremely good at reading the game. So it goes back to the tradition of great Italian defenders, the likes of Maldini, who said, if I have to make a tackle, that means I've already made a mistake. Leoni is in that mold. He anticipates the play, he reads the game well, and therefore, if you look at his statistics in terms of tackles made, they're not huge, but that's because his sense of position and his sense of anticipation have been so good that help him to be at the right time in the right place. But as I mentioned, also he's very good with the ball. He's confident. He looks a mature player. He's only 18. He only plays 17 games in Serie A. Most of them he started, but he looks very mature. And of course, for him, this is a great move. This is almost a dream came true. Obviously, there were other teams interested in him, but for Parma, such a big offer was impossible to refuse.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm sure Palmer would have been keen to keep hold of him, but especially given the fact that Palmer were in some financial difficulty a good few years ago now, this money just couldn't be turned down, as you say. I noticed you tweeted about the move and what it might mean for him in terms of his minutes, because clearly his development was really impressive last season. He and, his advisors will be keen for that to continue. The move to Liverpool, especially with obviously Virgil van Dijk, Ibu Konate, Joe Gomez back into the fold, maybe Mark Gahey to follow as well. Like, you've got some reservations, I think it's fair to say, about how many minutes he might get.
Exactly. In terms of football, I think when you move to such an important club, such a big club, the Champions of England, of course, everything else is a step down following that. But in terms of an 18 years old perspective, with half a season under his belt in Serie A and not many games played for Italy youth teams, under 17, under 18, of course, no games for the Italian national team. I think what is more important for him will be to play regularly. And whereas he would have been a regular starter for Parma, guaranteed for sure, and perhaps for any other Italian club he would have joined from the likes of Milan or Inter or AC Milan, Inter Milan or AC Milan, it cannot be said the same to Liverpool. Therefore, the lack of football, potential lack of football, because we'll still have to understand how Arne Slot will want to use him and where he wants to use him, it could be concerning for his development, also because he will be moving to a foreign country where he will have to adapt to the lifestyle, to the schedule, to the language. It is difficult, but at 18, what's most important for Leoni is to play.
That was a clip from Transfer Insight. To check out the whole show, head to redmenplus.com or click the link in the description.